We finally received some news regarding a public test server feedback that we gave to developers about the 7.0 PTS. So within this video I want to go over the list that they have given us in too long didn't read format, because, well, it's quite a long list that they posted. And before going further into the video, there will be timestamps listed in the video timeline, so you can jump immediately to the part that you're interested in. The forum post starts off with developers thanking us for sharing our feedback and playing on the PTS, and because of our feedback they were able to make those changes. So without further ado, let's start with the first change: weekly repeatable missions. The requirements for key missions have been reduced. The weekly missions can now be completed 3 times per week instead of just once per week, and no physical turn-ins are required anymore and will be completed automatically. Heroic missions. They clarified that all missions are still available, but not showing in the group finder, so if you want to do all the heroic missions that aren't on the list, you simply need to travel to a heroic mission terminal and pick them up by hand. Adjustments for gearing. Overall, the adjustments for gearing is that the tokens will be more rewarding for completing and participating in activities. Legendary missions. They will adjust the amount of tokens that we receive from PvP activities. Role in need. They are increasing the rewards for the role in need, so it will be more rewarding and will encourage more players to swap roles for the role that's needed for the group finder. Galactic Starfighter. The rewards for the Galactic Starfighter weren't equal to rewards from other PvP modes, so they overall increase the rewards that you receive for Galactic Starfighter. PvP gearing costs. The PvP upgrades require too much amounts of metal accommodations and aquatic resource matrices, so developers will be reducing the cost for these upgrades and increasing the rewards that you get from completing PvP weekly missions. Tech Fragments. To compensate for the amount of tech fragments players used to receive from deconstructing their gear, will they increase the tech fragments that will be rewarded through various activities, obtaining gear at 320. When getting gear at item rating 320 from Flashpoint operations, it was possible for players to start receiving duplicate items before having acquired all the pieces at 320. They will adjust it so players no longer will receive duplicate gear of pieces below 320. Defeating bosses. The developers will make the change you always will be rewarded with a piece of gear when defeating a boss in either a Flashpoint or operation. The gear will be equal item rating to a randomly chosen piece that you have equipped. In addition, the boss will also will drop the bonus currency when you defeat the boss. Gear drops for solo players. When you tried to gain gear to Conquest, there was no direct way to obtain gear from drops. Now the developers will be adding a noble duration distribution crate for players who like the gear to Conquest. This crate will be rewarded to the weekly missions from heroic and daily areas. Flashpoint rewards. Story Flashpoint rewards will be now offering players a choice for either free medallion of commendation or free duration isotope stabilizers when completing the Flashpoint. The bosses will also still continue to drop duration isotope stabilizers. Gearing stat adjustments. Aside of all the previous changes, will developers also be changing some stats. You'll see the gear stat named on the screen that I'm showing you right now. And if your gear is listed right there, you'll notice a better performance in 7.0. The same goes for the advanced gearing. Developers will be making it possible so you can customize your build by mixing and matching. For this, I'll make a separate video in the near future, so please do stay tuned for that. And yeah, this is all the major changes that they announced in this dev post. And yeah, I'll go further into more in-depth guides when we are closing to the release. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, go hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.